Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Welcome back to another FGL Beginner Guide where we're going to talk about Outlaw Troopers and really you first walking in, brand new beginner guide, how to really take a look around, see the different areas within Outlaw Troopers. Once you log in the first time, you're actually going to be taken through a tutorial that's going to show you a lot of the basics. It goes pretty quick. Unfortunately, you can't jump back to it if you have any questions. So that's why I wanted to put this guide out here and tell you all really the different areas that you see out here, especially when you're a beginner. This is a brand new account. This is a brand new season. So let's go ahead and quickly walk through the different areas that you're going to see in here in case you have any questions. First of all, on the top left here, you're going to have really the empire management. You have the traits, which is key. Some people, including myself the first time I played, forgot to select my traits. These are bonuses, and in some cases, they are some negative items that you may want to be careful with. But they help you quite a bit throughout the game. They're randomly selected, and you have the chance to go ahead and re-roll those. So as I can see, I have some of the in-game tokens. This is your balance and your everything that you need here. Just to give you some of this before we dive into it. As far as this is my wallet information, my current level in the game, how much FGL that I have, my in-game token, and the other items that's really going to help you down the road. So if I go down here, let's start with the traits. Make sure you roll traits. So you can do it a couple different ways. You can use 25 FGL, or you can use the in-game token. We're going to use the in-game token since we have plenty of them for right now. So we go ahead and select that, and it rolled. And you see that I have one drawback, which is a negative thing, but I have a whole lot of bonuses. This is actually a pretty good roll that we got here. And these give you tons of bonuses throughout. For example, this one right here, I'm getting 5,000 extra a second for every, because I'm running one mission. That's huge. That's a good one that they have there. Here's a tier 1, which gives you less overall cost to upgrade your gear. It's okay. Then you have a 30% bonus to all your missions, and then minus corruption. This is actually a fantastic roll. I'm pretty excited about this. This one does cost you extra credits per second for any mission requiring troopers. That's nothing. That's nothing considering you have this legendary resource one here. So this is taking 5 credits for every mission that I'm running. This is giving me 5,000 total, which I need to be running essentially 1,000 missions for this to have any impact on me right now. So that's a great roll that we have there. So make sure you go through the process of rolling your traits as soon as you get into the game. Next section you're going to see here is the missions. The missions is something that you're going to run. It runs 24/7. It's a passive style, but you're going to need troops and you're going to need ships in order to do it. You do walk through this as far as the tutorial goes. Right now I have 4 missions that are available. There's a whole lot of other missions that you're going to get when you click on companions, and you're going to have to go through the process of getting additional in-game token, which will unlock the different companions that you have here. You see there's a whole list of them that give you a whole lot of bonuses. As part of the tutorial, it makes you sign up for these 3, which are great because this one gives you additional tokens for every mission you're running. This one finds gears for you. Gears are bonuses that you use for encounters and also for missions. So you can go ahead and get that. And this one finds you keys. These are all essential things that you need in order to play the game. The tutorial walks you through that and basically signs you up for those. And these guys are getting this passive for you. And you can go ahead and level them up to get different bonuses, which is not available right when you start the game, but it is available a little bit into the game. We'll do a whole other video on the upgrade process. But those are the companions, and the companions open up your missions. In order to run a mission, you go ahead and click on the mission itself, and you have to pick your ship and your trooper. Those are required. You can either use ships from Cosmic Clash, or you can go ahead and rent them here. I'll show you how to do that in a second. But troopers you either need troopers or you need robots. Troopers are more efficient because they give you gear options, and that's where you can select the gears here. Gears are optional, but they give you a lot of benefits as you're going through that. So let me go ahead and show you how you actually quickly run a mission. So in order to run a mission, you're going to need a ship, which again, you can use Cosmic Clash, or you can go over here to item management, the terminals, and you can rent a virtual ship. It costs the in-game tokens. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab one of these just by clicking on it, and then it's going to be arriving soon. I also made sure that I have a trooper in my inventory which you need. It's required in order to play the game. All right, we have jumped back over here to the missions. As you can see, I actually added a few more. Pause the video, added a few more just to show you. Each mission gives you certain items. The first two missions that you see here are actually free to run. This one gives you the in-game coins or the credits. This hijacker gives you the in-game ores. Both are free to run. You can go ahead and start with those early game just to build up your ores and your credits, and then you can start moving on to these other missions that are available. Salvaging, it costs you ores and it costs you some corruption, but gives you virtual gears. And virtual gears is used for both missions and also for the encounters. Then you have hacking, which gives you access keys but costs you credits. Again, the access keys are used to go ahead and run encounters. You're going to need those down the road. Down here, you also have supervising. It is free to run, and it reduces your overall corruption. If you're lucky enough, like I showed you earlier with the traits, I was able to roll a trait that gave me 25 or 250 less corruption, as you can see down here. So I actually won't need to run this for a little while. But we also have the other two missions here, which is manufacturing and counterfeiting. Manufacturing costs you credits and ores, gives you robot parts, enough robot parts. If you get 100 robot parts together, you can basically mint a robot with some additional resources. And then you got virtual mechas, which will be used at the planets, and you can go ahead and get life force from those, so you can go ahead and go through the upgrade process. So we're going to go ahead and just run a simple mission, start with the heist, because that's probably the first one you're going to be running. And you click on that, and it's going to automatically fill in the best options that you have available. For example, I currently have 2 virtual ships available, so it automatically selected the higher tier one. I only have 1 troop available. I do have a robot available that I'll show you here in a second. And then it gives me, as far as the gears that I have, it selects one for you. You can go through here and double check or see if you have any other gears. I'm getting 5,000 once I run a mission. So I'm going to go ahead and probably just, I would click a different one, but just for the example of this video, we'll go ahead and keep that one in there. And then all I have to do is confirm deploy. And once I confirm the deploy, they're off, they're running, they're earning me extra. You can see it bump back up to 5,000 since I have that trait that I showed you earlier. And then if I want to go and I'm done with this heist mission, I want to go ahead and run a different mission. All I have to do is go down here to you see the little people that are down here. Click on that. You click on the mission that you want to run, or you want to call back, and you call back selected. This is also part of the tutorial. I just wanted a quick run over to remind you in case you forgot where you ended up going for there. And you can go through a whole bunch of filters here if you have a lot of troops available. So that is the main, we won't go through the bounty too much. The bounty is a daily quest, which I don't have troops on this to show you the bounty. We'll do a whole other video on those. Planets also, we can go ahead and run to different planets. This gives you the light force, uses that virtual mecha, or if you have mechas from Mecha World, you can go ahead and use that, and they can go out there and mine you life force that you can use to go through the upgrade process. So that's the Empire management side. We have the combat related. I'm going to do the encounter, the last part of this. I wanted to quickly show you upgrades because there's some new features here. If you go ahead and you gain artifacts, which is through the robot encounter, or you get life force, which is through the mecha, the planet mining that I just showed you, you can go through the process and upgrade a lot of different parts of your game. I focused a lot on the companion just initially, just to get my companions to produce more passively. But it's up to you completely what you want to do. So there's a lot of options in here to go ahead and upgrade. So don't forget about upgrading. Don't forget about traits. There's things that are commonly forgotten about. But let's go ahead and jump over to encounters. This is where you're also going to spend quite a bit of your time. There's 2 options here. I'm going to do a full separate video on the normal encounters because the normal encounters really helps you rank up and get you those seasonal rewards. Plus, it gives you a lot of other things. We'll do a separate video on that because it gets a little more complex in this beginner guide. But that uses troopers, that uses ships, and that uses gears. The one that you will probably use initially is the robotic encounter. And all you need is 1 robot in order to run this. 1 robot and some in-game credits that you're getting from your missions to go ahead and run this. And this will give you different artifacts and other items. In order to get that robot, you're going to need one of these guys. The quit, I think they call them. They are roughly at the time of this recording about 14, 15 wax on the secondary market. Obviously that may go up or down, but you just need one of those in order to jump in. Go ahead and click on this. You can see I'm very early in this. Again, we're still in the preseason, so this whole thing resets every single season. So if you go ahead and click on the number 1, it's going to cost me one of these keys plus 112,000 credits, which you get pretty easily by running the mission and if you have certain traits. And it's going to give me a little bit of a bonus since I have one robot in there, one robot in my wallet. It gives me a 5% bonus. And then we'll go ahead and jump in there. I'll quickly show you what this looks like. We're not going to spend too much time on this and may skip over it, but you click on encounter. You're going to be running this quite a bit. I'm also going to show you I'll do another beginner guide strictly around how to earn FGL early in the game. A quick way to do it, just to give you some extra FGL, and that'll be using this robot encounter. As you can see, I went ahead and I attacked the one. This is me right here. I attacked that one ship, and I'm right here on the map. My goal is to get to here and be able to pass this so I can go to the next encounter, which gives an increase in rewards. So now that I beat this first frame, I'm going to go ahead here to the next one, which will allow me to earn artifacts by that icon that's out there. And the only thing with this is there's actually going to be a whole lot more of these ships that I got to go ahead and destroy. I only have one robot, so I'm a little weaker, but that's normal when you're starting out the game. So I'm just trying to bounce around here. And this is more interactive. This is more strategic. Allows you to really get some skills going, get some clicking going on there instead of just click, wait a few hours, click, wait a few hours. This crown, if I'm able to beat this, that means I'll go ahead and beat the level. I don't think I will because, again, I'm pretty low on this. As you can see, they're already getting me pretty good. What I can do to give me a better chance in this in the future is to go ahead and upgrade. I can get more robots. I can do a lot of things that will help me upgrade. Hey, I actually beat it. So there we go. We beat that one. What I'm going to get out of this is I'm going to get 6 robot artifacts, and I'm going to get 3 reputation. And then what I also get to do is I get to move on to number 2, which gives me a little bit of an increase. As you go up, you're going to see a lot of increase as you're going through these encounters. But that's a simple encounter, something you're going to probably be doing very early. A few other areas that I wanted to show in this beginner guide is the inventory. This is where your gears, your life force, everything that you have available that you earn from your companions or either running encounters and missions. You have the keys, so you can go in here. I'll do a separate video on how to upgrade gears, how to mint robots and things like that. So that I wanted to show the inventory. You also have the exchange. It has a number of different features. Actually, we'll jump back here to inventory. There's another option here on the top where you can exchange your in-game token, which is the credits, put them on a daily pool so you can go ahead and earn FGL from those. And then collect that at the end of the day. So we'll go ahead and claim our FGL. I can't claim it quite yet because the season hasn't started. But once the season starts, we'll be able to go ahead and grab that. But this is a way you can exchange what you earn in-game for FGL token that you can either use in a different FGL game, you can use it in a secondary market, you can exchange and buy more NFTs with it. So this is where you go ahead through the exchange process with the credits. We'll dive deeper in that in a different video. The terminal, I already showed you, this is where you get your virtual ships that are removed to reset every single season, so be aware of that. Space station we're not going to cover. There's daily challenges. This is another thing that a lot of people miss is not daily challenges, there's overall challenges for the season. As you're going through the season and you're earning higher levels and more encounters and things like that, you'll start getting credits. Or points. Once you get to a certain level of these points, you can go ahead and turn them in for FGL token also. So it's another way to earn within the game. And the last way to earn, and this is seasonal, is in the leaderboard. There's a number of different rewards throughout the season. There's one for the overall season itself. If you continue to do the encounters and you continue to rank up your reputation. You have a chance of winning some really good prizes at the end of the season. And if I scroll down, you don't have to be super high. You can be in the top 50 or so, and you'll still get a reward at the end of the season as long as you're playing the game consistently. And then if we go to the seasonal or the week ones, there's also weekly rewards. So if you continue to go through the process of getting reputation, as you can see, this is not started yet because the season hasn't started yet. But every single week you have the chance of getting FGL and other rewards throughout the season if you're staying competitive in there. And I believe if the more people that get involved and run these seasonal missions, the higher the rewards go. So keep an eye on that as you're playing. One other thing that I wanted to note is down here at the bottom, just so you're aware of it, because I have that certain trait that gives me 5,000 if I'm running a mission plus the missions I'm running, I'm earning actually 5.34 thousand credits a second, which is huge. Again, that's a legendary trait that I have on that. It's giving me a huge bonus. Plus the ores, I'm getting 45 every second. Corruption is negative, which is a good thing. If you go ahead and scroll over this, you'll see I have no issues. If you have corruption, that's on the positive side. Every tier you go up in that corruption, it has an impact on both your mission results and also the cost of missions. We went through this before. These are the missions that are out there. These are the robots that are out there. And this is something else. When your companions go out there and they find different robot parts or different gears, you'll get this note here. Over time, you'll want to go ahead and just delete it, so clear it out. But it's something to keep an eye on, that, especially if you're looking for specific gears. Wingman is one of my favorite gears that I try and grab early in the season. So I keep an eye on this to make sure I grab one there quickly. So this is a basic overview of Outlaw Troopers from FGL. I just wanted to go ahead and give you just an idea. Once you first log in there, after you get through that first tutorial and you have some questions on what different areas are, I wanted to go through each of the different areas. We're going to do other beginner guides that are really, really going to focus on specific areas. The next one that's coming out is going to be focused on the encounters, specifically this encounter here, since it's one that you're going to use a lot in order to gain reputation and rise up the leaderboards each season to go ahead and get those better rewards. So we'll do a full one on that. We'll do a full one on the inventory and upgrading your gears so you get better gears. So there's a lot of beginner guides that are going to come here for Outlaw Troopers. Go ahead in the comments down below. Let me know if there's any that you specifically want as far as beginner guides go, and we'll try and work those in. Also, if you have any questions around this beginner guide or any other parts of Outlaw Troopers, I'll be happy to answer them in the comments. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.